Welcome from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox going up against the New York Mets.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next.
New York Mets.
So just about set now. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Kodai Senga. What do you have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Mike Tauchman, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Ripped on the ground to second, tosses to first. Tauchman is gone.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert.
Come on, Mets. Get out of here, Chicago.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. 1 out, base is empty. And a foul ball. He swings and fouls one off. The delivery to Robert. That's off the mark, and it's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And the next pitch is way outside. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. Just missed.
That's a ball.
2 out, space is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
Free ball. 1 strike.
That's ball 4. Trying another fastball, but missed the spot.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Andrew Vaughn now. And ball 1.
Pretty smart not to serve something up for him right there. He's really good at hitting the first pitch.
So 2 balls and no strikes.
2 balls, no strike.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Soto makes the play, and that is that. The White Sox leave 1. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Queens. So here's the lefty, Martin Perez.
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
We go to the bottom of the first. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
Francisco Lindor.
Perez, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a 4-seamer. Next offering is fouled back. And that's in the dirt.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Come on, Mr. Smile.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. In time to Vaughn. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base.
Batting second, right fielder, Juan
And now it's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together
Batting
perfectly for him
third
right there.
baseman,
He's a pull hitter,
Mark
and that's about as much
Vientos.
as you can pull one and keep it fair. So no surprise right there. Nothing the shifted defense can do about it, though.
And now it's Mark Vientos. That one close, ruled a ball. 1-0.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
That's a strike, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a strike. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory.
He dives, but he can't make the catch. To third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Pete Alonso. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Soto on third. Vientos over at first with one away. And that one fouled off. And now 1 and 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. First and third, one down.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit.
Ground ball left side, could be two. Quickly to second for one. On the ball, 2. Nothing for the Mets in the first. Second inning coming up from Citi Field. 0-0 here on the show. Back here at Citi Field. Second inning set to go. Here's Josh Rojas. Senga back to work. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
1 strike.
And there's a ball. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
On the ground to third. Over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. In there for strike one. Fastball is outside. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Batting seventh, the
Miguel
designated
Vargas
hitter, Miguel
steps
Vargas.
to the plate for the White Sox. And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and deals. Tap foul at the plate. And 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that's a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
That's outside, and it's 2-1.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Ground ball up the middle. In time to Vaughn. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting sixth, designated hitter, Starling Marte.
Here's Starling Marte. And there's a foul ball. Second inning here, no score. Hit on the ground to short. Baldwin whips it across, and a couple of quick outs.
Well, nice job by the shortstop to
Batting
field that
seven,
on the backhand
fielder,
and gather himself, get his feet
Taylor.
underneath him. He had a long throw, but he knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure the grip, and finish the throw.
Now at the plate, Tyrone Taylor. Just off the inside edge.
1-0.
Called strike right there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Up the middle, On the run, throw to first, and it beats him. What a play. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And now the shortstop, Brooks Baldwin. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One down.
Batting ninth, catcher Corey Lee.
Here's Corey Lee. Lee, in his second season, hitting ninth in today's lineup. A former first-round pick back in 2019. And strike one to the catcher.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Top of the third, no score. And a foul ball. Struck him out. He says, I don't care about draft rounds. Take a seat.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Tauchman takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Next offering is fouled back. And downstairs. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And now it's Luis Robert, and that's in for a strike. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
And fastball misses outside for a ball. And it's 1-2. And that one is inside.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Senga checks over to first, and he's back. Tauchman, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Back-to-back singles. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Andrew Benintendi steps up, worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. There's a strike at the knees. Fought off foul. 2 on, 2 outs.
Oh, 1.
Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. And the White Sox strike first. It's 3-0.
Nothing better than hitting a home run to put your team out in front. He's enjoying a fun trip around the bases.
Andrew Vaughn will hit next. Fly to right his first time. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Rojas takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Swings and misses. And now it's even 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
On the ground to third. They get the force. That ends the frame. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here. A 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. Back here in Queens as we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. Out to short, Baldwin. Now a jump throw. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
Man at first, nobody out. And now the rookie second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. And takes low for ball 1. Runner at first with no outs here. In the air, right field. Tachman makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. First pitch misses.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
The changeup missing. 2-1.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
Glove flip for 1, and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to inning number 4. It's the White Sox 3 and the Mets nothing. as we go to the
Leading
top of
off
the
for
fourth.
the White
Here's the
Sox,
second baseman,
second
Lenny Sosa.
Lenny Sosa.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Alonso takes it to the bag. One up, one down.
I got a fun fact for you, Boog. You know that home
Now
run
batting,
apple
the
out in center
designated
field
hitter,
isn't the
Miguel
old one from
Vargas.
Shea Stadium. That's outside of Citi Field, now at Mets Plaza. This one is more than 4 times as large as the old one.
Miguel Vargas getting ready to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. That's in there, and that is strike one. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Next pitch is outside.
1-2.
Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the
Now
dugout.
batting,
You know, those are
shortstop,
tough ones to let
Brooks
go as a
Baldwin.
hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Two down, base is empty. And stepping in is the speedy Brooks Baldwin. That
One
misses
ball,
the
no
zone,
strike.
and that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on. And that drops in for a strike. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Two outs. The shortstop takes the ball. Good eye right there.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Up the middle. Lindor on the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. 1-2-3 go the White Sox, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back here at Citi Field, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you, and leading off the bottom of the 4th, Juan Soto. Outside with a breaking ball. Check swing, and he went.
One
And
ball,
the count
1 strike.
1-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next
So
for
up
the
next,
Mets,
Mark
third
Vientos.
baseman,
1 for 1
Mark
with a single so
Vientos.
far. Right through there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
And that is in for a strike.
0-2.
And the count is 0-2. On the ground, Baldwin fires over to first. Already 2 gone here in the home
next
fourth.
for the
He's
Mets,
doing a nice job
first
of keeping the
baseman,
ball
Pete
out of the air. Lets the
Alonso.
defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He hit into a double play his first time up. And it's fouled away. And now the 0-1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Just off the outside edge. And the count 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Lee down to first with it. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We're headed to the 5th. It's the White Sox 3 and the Mets nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the catcher, Corey Lee. Senga back to work. That clips the corner. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Dedniel Nunez, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Young getting cranked up as well. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
And they'll do it again. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Mike Tauchman.
Now batting,
1
right
for
fielder,
2.
Mike Tauchman.
Definitely classify Tauchman as one of those gritty players, willing to do whatever, get on base, get around the bases.
And he takes a strike. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Ball one there.
2 strike.
A little bit high, maybe. 2-2.
2-2.
And a ground ball to first. Oh, and it hits the base. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just one of those seen high base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Kodai Senga done for the afternoon. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching. for the
Pitching
New York
change
Mets,
here. Dedniel
Number
Nunez.
72.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
So a man at first. And up next for Chicago, Luis Robert Jr. Grounder off the pitcher. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Now batting,
That
left
one got
fielder,
him pretty
Andrew
good, but perhaps
Benintendi.
the silver lining is that it got him in his non-throwing arm, Chris.
Yeah, assuming there's nothing broken in there, I think he should be able to shake this one off. But, man, that can't feel good. It's going to have a pretty nice bruise at the very least, that's for sure.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. He's already homered in this game. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Benintendi needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. 1 out. Runners at first and second.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take.
Lindor, good feed. That's one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. Clean work out of the Mets bullpen there. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the White Sox 3 and the Mets nothing. Bottom of the inning,
Leading
and stepping in for New York,
Mets,
Brandon Nimmo.
Left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
And that one is downstairs, and that's ball one.
Well, these Mets, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1-2.
And a weak ground ball to the left side. Rojas throws on to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
I don't know what it looks like going through the zone for those hitters, but the swings are defensive. And that's a real indicator, along with just the other stuff you guys have noticed about how nasty he is right now.
Marte batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
That misses. 1-1. The White Sox leading by 3. Last half of inning number 5. In the air, right side. Tauchman makes the play, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder.
And next for the Mets, Tyrone Taylor. Grounded out his first time up. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball there.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. On the ground to the left.
Get there.
In time to Vaughn. And that is the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They trail it here 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. To third, Vientos. Sends it across to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. The Mets were around 50 years before they had their first no-hitter in franchise history. It was thrown by Johan Santana right here at Citi Field. Josh Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 2 in this one. In there at the knees. Strike one. Action in the Mets bullpen. Ryan Stanek, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Young, the lefty, warming up as well.
And looking back at that Santana no-no, Boog, it's really amazing that he pulled it off against a St. Louis lineup that was absolutely stacked with strong hitters. A memorable night for sure.
That one almost got him.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
One gone, runner at first. So up next for Chicago, Lenny Sosa. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Nunez measures 6 feet 2 inches, 180 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And that one is inside ball one. Swing and a miss. That's strike two.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Got a good eye there. Man at first, one away. Stays alive. Got him swinging. The high heat, too much on that one.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Now it's going to be Miguel Vargas. Outside low, ball one. Rojas off of first with 2 away. And that misses. Now 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Next pitch inside, and that's ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one's in there, and the count is 3-1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Left field, way back there. Nimmo reaching back towards the wall. Reaching for it, makes the catch. So 1 left for the White Sox, but they lead at 3-0. And we're back. There we go, bottom 6. And now the catcher comes up to him. Francisco Alvarez. That one fouled off. 0-1. Little bouncer out in front of the plate. In time to Vaughn. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna.
So up next for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. He's 0 for 1.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Up the middle, Sosa. And he'll just eat it. That's an infield single.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Here's Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Snap throw to first. He's in there. And he dives back in safely.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
First pitch just misses.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
The Mets trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And foul ball. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch.
Right
Clearly he had him fooled.
Juan Soto.
Here's Juan Soto. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back there. One hops off the wall. Shoot.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
So digging in, Mark Vientos. And that drops in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Next pitch is outside.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Swing and a ground ball. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. Got him. Nice play. And that may have saved a run.
Well, that's cat-like reflexes over there at the hot corner. Nice job of making that play and ending the inning.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
New
back.
York
We're in the
Mets.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the
Number
mound.
81.
Danny Young.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Brooks Baldwin
Leading off
steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Shortstop Brooks
He's someone that you
Baldwin.
might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
But this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Got himself in great position and couldn't have played that one any better, but just stood no chance with that great speed running down the line.
Corey Lee, the next to hit, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Let's go, Danny.
First offering misses badly for ball 1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That was the sweeper, but it missed. Baldwin gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That one finds the zone. And a count now even up. Runner on the move. Pitch is low. Safe at second with a stolen base. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
So up next, Mike Tauchman. Swings through that one for strike one. That clips the corner. Foul ball, still 0-2. Runner at second here, one gone. Now a high fly ball out to left center. He's got it, and there's two away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
So here's Robert now. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Third out. The White Sox lead 1, but they still lead it 3-1.
Now pitching for
We're
Chicago,
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Gus Varland.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
First baseman, Pete Alonso.
And that is downstairs. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
That's inside.
That's the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Center field. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, left fielder.
And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo has grounded out a couple of times. That's down and in.
1 ball, no strike.
That one finds the zone, and the count 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Next pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Starling Marte up to hit.
For the Mets, designated hitter, Starling Marte.
And that one fouled off. Right through there for a strike.
0-2.
Going to count 1 and 2. Looked like it was a little bit up.
Boog, I'm not sure how he took that right there. I mean, that was an incredible two-strike pitch.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing for the Mets. And it remains a 3-1 ball game.
Now pitching
Welcome
for the
back,
Mets.
and a new arm on the mound to start the
Number
eighth.
33.
A.J. Minter.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
There's Benintendi to
Leading
start it
off for
off.
the White Sox,
He's already
left
homered here in
fielder
this one.
Andrew Benintendi.
And the pitch is outside, ball one.
1-0.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that's downstairs and outside. Fastball is outside. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the
batting,
plate.
first
The
baseman,
game plan that
Andrew
he's sticking
Vaughn.
to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
So a man aboard. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Andrew Vaughn. Slap the other way, foul. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it falls. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess.
Now
You
batting,
have to be
third
right in
baseman,
those spots, or
Josh
things can get away
Rojas.
from you awfully quickly.
Josh Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
And there's the strike. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
The next offering misses, and the count is 1-2. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Next to hit, Lenny Sosa. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Ripped, but it curls foul. Benintendi on third with 2 out. Pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. Out there to center. Taylor makes the grab on the run. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the
Now
eighth.
pitching
Frazier
for
Eller.
Chicago.
Well, the best
Number
relievers love
55.
the opportunity to come in
Frazier
and protect a tight
Eller.
lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Leading off for
And
the
now the
Mets,
center fielder,
center
Tyrone
fielder,
Taylor. He's grounded out a couple of
Taylor.
times. That's outside, and it's 1-0. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Justin Anderson, the closer of this staff, is getting loose to finish this one off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the catcher, Francisco
Alvarez. Now at the plate. Outside low, and that is ball one. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And there's a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
And a 1-2. And
That's
misses
the ball.
inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, not much you can argue with there as a hitter. That pitch
Now
was
batting.
dotted on the
Second
inside
baseman,
corner of the plate.
Luis
I think even if he
Angel
swings the
Acuna.
bat, it blows him up and not really able to do anything with it anyhow. I think if you see that early, then perhaps you can pull those hands a little bit tighter and get the fat part of the bat to it. But I'd say overall, you just have to tip your cap on that one. Great execution.
And now Luis Angel Acuna. And that is out of play. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just missed. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Everything came together for him. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now it's Frankie Lindor. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. And the
One
first
ball,
offering
no
is
strike.
not close. You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. The shortstop takes the ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The tying run at the plate. Base hit! Around third. Relay throw home. He'll score easily. They trail by 1. It's 3-2.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
So 2 down. Juan Soto now, known for his late inning heroics. That finds the mark on the inside corner.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
And that one fouled off.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
2 outs. And that's
One ball,
outside.
2 strikes.
With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead.
2-2.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
New York
It's
Mets.
the top of the ninth, and there's a new
Number
pitcher on the
70,
mound, Jose Butto.
Jose Butto.
And now the
Leading
DH,
off for
Miguel
the White
Vargas.
Sox, the
0 for
designated
3 with
hitter,
2
Miguel
strikeouts
Vargas.
and a flyout. That misses, and that's ball 1. That's a little bit low. Hit hard on the ground to short. Fires across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down. And next to hit for the Sox, Brooks Baldwin. 1 for 3. First offering, and it just misses.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one missed. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Good job to fight that one off. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making him work out there.
Three-two now. That's to third. Vientos whips it to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out.
Catcher Corey Lee.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Corey Lee. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. First pitch, and he just misses. Swings through that.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swing and a foul out of play. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Hit in the air, right field. Soto gets under it and puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Justin Anderson.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Well, One-run
Leading
game.
off for
Mark
the Mets,
Vientos
third
up now for the
baseman,
Mets.
Mark Vientos.
And delivers outside. One-run game, bottom 9. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Robert moves under it. Makes the catch for the out. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Now batting.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism has shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Alonso in the box now, takes strike 1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
And ball 1.
1-1.
Next offering way off the plate.
Oh, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Next offering is in for a strike. Looking to get the tying run on base. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Swing and a chopper out to short. In time to Vaughn. Only one out remaining for the Mets.
Now
you want to be a
batting,
great
left
defense. You have to deliver
Brandon
consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
So 2 down now, and here is Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 3 in this one. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. And that one fouled off. The Mets down to their final strike. Anderson ready to work. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
A 3-2 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.